How's it going, everyone? Jacob Rothenberg here. Going to show you something really cool today with this video of Kindle Publishing Keyword Foundations. What I'm going to show you today is the math behind earning $3,000 US a month. And this might not seem keyword related at first when you hear the math behind earning $3,000 a month, but you'll see how it kind of is related. So why are we talking about this? Why are we talking about earning $3,000 a month today? Why? Because number one, I don't care, as cold as it sounds, I don't care where you are with life right now as a Kindle publisher. I can pretty much say if you put in the effort and you're doing what you need to do in terms of publishing content, learning from your mistakes, building a brand, choosing profitable keywords, just hustling in this game full time, it is entirely realistic to achieve $3,000 a month in consistent earnings from Kindle publishing. So why? Because it's just not that hard, guys. I know it might sound daunting at first, like, Jacob, I'm not even making $500 a month yet. What the hell are you talking about? But it's not that hard at all once you see the math. So I don't want to be the guy that's promising you that you'll make $300 a day off of 20 audiobooks. While that's entirely possible, it's atypical, in my opinion. And I'm going to keep the expectation a little bit less intimidating and more realistic for what you, as an average person, can do from Kindle publishing. Why $3,000 a month? Also, it's enough for most people to consider, if not outright doing it, quitting their full-time job. So if you are in maybe a suburb or you're in a rural area, oftentimes, especially if you're young and you don't have a family, you're single, $3,000 a month, what more do you want as far as making a full-time living online? You would quit your job at $3,000 a month, right? Or if you're a student, college student, you would probably not even consider or entertain working a corporate job anymore. So doesn't apply to everyone. I had to make well over $3,000 a month from everything related to Kindle publishing before I could quit my job, just because I'm based in the Bay Area here in California, next to a big city called San Francisco, and it is ridiculously expensive here. So, at least with $3,000 a month, that's a good starting point. Like, at the very least, for 99.1% of everyone watching, that's enough to at least cover your mortgage, plus some, I would hope. So, good starting points. It's respectable. And like I was just saying, the math is very simple for $3,000 a month, and I'm going to break that down for you. So the math, on average, just to keep this simplistic, there are 30 days in a month. Unlike a job, or a traditional 9-to-5, 40 hours a week job where there are working days, the beauty behind Amazon is that you are literally selling 24/7. And so those weekends where you're not working are also days where you can make money. So on average, there are 30 days in a month. All you need to do is earn an average of $100 in royalties daily throughout the month. So that's just on average. And while that might sound like a lot, if you're starting out with Kindle publishing, like, Jacob, come on, what is this? I'm not even making $20 a day yet. I used to be there too. Actually, my happiest days with Kindle publishing were the days I was making like $15 a day. So it was like $20 a day. I'm like, I'm so juiced up. Now I got to make $30 a day. Like, this is crazy. Like, that was probably those were my most exciting times with Kindle publishing. But I'm just going to spoil your fun. Going from $30 a day, or let's say from where you are, like, let's say you're making $10 a day right now. You want to jump up to, the eventual $30, $50, $100 a day is not hard to do. I'm telling you, it's not hard to do, and I'll show you why. And of course, when we do the math, 30 days times $100 daily on average equals $3,000 in royalties. So that is exactly the math that will help us reach our quota for the month, every month. No exceptions. So to break it down, I'm going to give you three basic, super basic calculations on how to get to $100 daily. And I hope when I'm showing you this that it's going to like hit you in the head like how simple this really is. It is really, really simple, guys. Okay? Number one applies to me probably the most out of all the examples. 10 paperbacks sold with a royalty of $10 per paperback equals $100. Guys, it's not that hard to sell 10 paperbacks in a day. I mean, does it take work? Of course. Of course it takes work. You need books that sell consistently. But, you know, whether it takes you 2 books to sell 10 paperbacks a day, or it takes you, 50 books to reach 10 paperbacks a day in sales. That's how you make $100, okay? With an average of $10 royalty. And if you've got 50 books, honestly, you should be selling more than 10 paperbacks a day. Scenario number 2. Okay, let's say you sell audiobooks, because I don't want to just be the paperback guy. Let's cater towards the audiobook crowd here watching. All you got to do is sell 25 audiobooks that have an average of $4 in royalties. Very easy to do. Just a 3-hour audiobook. Sell 25 copies of them. Boom, $100 right there. Last scenario to mix it up. And just to make it a less intimidating as far as how much royalties you're making, let's say this is probably going to be the most relatable example for a lot of you. Just sell 10 audiobooks for a $4 royalty and sell 10 paperbacks for a $5 royalty each. You'll reach $100. And of course you can mix it up, come up with different scenarios and examples. We're not even including ebooks in here, okay? It is not that hard to reach $100 a day, guys. I just want to reinforce that in your mindset. Okay, once you make your first $1,000 on Amazon, I want you to focus on not even $1,000 a month. Focus on making $3,000 a month. Think big. Because if you just, again, see on the slide how simple the math is, it is not hard. So, transitioning to what I'm going to talk about next, you're like, okay, this sounds cool. Like, I think I can sell 10 paperbacks in a day with some work. How the hell are you making $10 royalties per book, though? Well, here's kind of how it works furthermore. Okay, well, before anything else, what you need to do, if you're nowhere near making $100 a day, okay, for 95, I always make up these imaginary numbers, percentages. Okay, for all of you guys watching, you need to publish more books. You don't have enough shit. You don't have enough content out. So you need to publish more books. Jacob, I'm only making $500 a month on Amazon. What should I do? You need to publish more books. Jacob, I'm only earning $2,000 a month on Amazon. What should I do? You need to publish more books. Publishing more books is usually the answer to a lot of your problems. Especially if you have a track record of making money. All you need to do now is scale up or scale up the amount of content you have overall on Amazon. Increase your output. Second, and here's where keywords come into play. You need to select keywords and publish content that can command a higher royalty. And this right here is probably my first typo ever in YouTube history, but that's okay. You get what I'm saying. So, how am I able to get a $10 royalty per sale fairly on Amazon? Okay, you can have a technology book. You can have a computer programming bundle on Amazon. You sell it for $30. Let's say you make a $10 royalty off of that. Boom. Second scenario. You have a book. Actually, let's mix it up. You have an audiobook. You've got this bundle again for an audiobook. It's going to be a 6-hour audiobook. It's going to make you $8 in royalty. That's pretty good. So just get more substantive content out, preferably in bundles. Bundles are how you can make easy money that can get you higher royalties, and select niches and keywords that can make you more money as well. Usually the general consensus is that technical topics can demand more of a price point for books. Not always the case. There are exceptions. But if you've got something like either computer science, technology, computer programming, okay, it's not hard at all to charge $20 to $30 per book. Likewise, I'm going to contrast this. If you are into low content keywords, honestly, it's going to be very hard to command a higher royalty for your books because, you get what you pay for and the effort you put in is what you get out of it. So what I mean from that is, hey, if this book costs you $40 to produce, okay, unless you've figured out some Fibonacci code or you're the Michelangelo of low content books, you are not going to make a $10 royalty from your low content book. A lot of low content books average between $1 to maybe even $3 per royalty, which is fine, but just realize unless you output a lot of low content books, you're not going to make a lot of money on Amazon because the strategy behind low content is it's a numbers game. 200 low content books, maybe 30 of them sell in a week. Okay, that's going to give you let's say, just to make it simple, $300 per week times 4, $1,200 a month from Amazon earnings. Not hard to do. On the contrast, you can be like me and have books that customers are willing to buy from $20 to $30, and you can make your $10 royalties or $13 royalties. On audiobook, you can do the same with having books that are longer or books that are in both, keywords that are technical and are longer. Double whammy. Yeah, have those bundles set up for your audiobooks. Get those royalties. Make your money there. And last, this is something that you are going to fight off mentally, and I did too for a while because I would not believe it. But now that I've experimented and seen it for myself, try this. Especially if you're using advertising by Amazon, formerly known as AMS, okay? What I want you to do is if you have a book that sells for maybe $15, you've got the #1 spot on AMS you got the #1 spot on Amazon through advertising by Amazon, AMS, okay? Try for a week setting the price to $22.17, okay? What I can guarantee you, more often than not, if you are in a traditional nonfiction keyword, is your book will still sell to customers and do well, despite the higher price point, even relative to other books. Now, this will not always be the case. In some keywords, this is dead wrong. But you will see that if a book has good visibility, great cover, good content, long page count, great marketing hook, good description, okay, a customer will pay that for that. We'll pay $22 for a good book versus a $15 book that is, average or even crap. So just try it out, see what you can get. Don't be scared to experiment. Charge $22.17 for your book on AMS. That seems to be doing well, and just see what happens. There's really no risk other than maybe some shortcoming of sales for a week. So if you don't believe me, try it yourself. Like I said, I didn't believe it myself until I actually did it. So it works. Guys, that's all I really have for today. I hope this was kind of like a revelation to you as far as what's possible with Kindle publishing. If you haven't seen it yet, I felt like I was qualified to make this video because I make well over $100 per day on Amazon. And if I don't make $100 a day, something's wrong at this point. So that's all I've got. If you like this content, be sure to hit the bell, subscribe, like, and leave me a comment below. Love to answer questions, so let me know what you have in form of a question, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Catch you later. Bye.